Long before the rise of Oxford or Cambridge, a massive center of learning stood in the ancient Indian region of Magadha. Founded in the 5th century, the Nalanda Mahavihara operated as Asia's original intellectual crossroads, a thriving hub that drew scholars from across the Eastern Hemisphere. But that era of scholarship met a violent end in the 13th century. The libraries and monasteries were destroyed, and for 800 years, this legendary institution was reduced to nothing but silent ruins. The collapse of the university erased a central point of reference for Asian philosophy and science, leaving a void in the region's shared history that lasted for centuries. History usually buries its dead institutions permanently. To look at an 8th-century-old pile of bricks and decide to resurrect the specific entity that used to live there is a rare historical anomaly. The spark for that resurrection came in 2006. Standing before the Bihar legislature, the President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, formally proposed a bold idea, bringing the ancient university back to life. A project of this scale could not be handled at a local level. It required an official act of the Indian Parliament to legally establish the new university. The effort quickly expanded into a regional collaboration. Rebuilding Nalanda became a flagship initiative for the Ministry of External Affairs, securing the formal backing of 18 member countries at the East Asia Summit. And to lay the foundations for this sprawling vision required an initial investment of $210 million. This scale of financial and political coordination suggests an objective larger than a single campus. By uniting 18 nations around a single university, India is attempting to rebuild the regional connectivity that defined the original Nalanda. To execute that mission, the government acquired 485 acres of land in the ancient city of Rajgir. This diagram tracks how energy, water, and waste continuously cycle to create India's first net-zero eco-recycling strategy at a university level. To maintain this loop, the campus enforces strict mandates, including generating on-site biogas and banning single-use plastics in favor of glass bottles. These modern technologies directly mirror the operational model of the ancient Mahavihara, which relied entirely on its own self-sufficiency to survive. These blueprints represent an attempt to engineer a self-contained net-zero environment, effectively reviving the ancient university's model of self-sufficiency using 21st-century technology. The academic structure is equally specialized. Nalanda 2.0 functions strictly as a postgraduate research institute, bypassing standard undergraduate programs entirely. Instead, it offers a curriculum designed to bridge ancient and modern thought, specifically focusing on ecology, historical studies, and Buddhist studies. It also preserves Dharmic traditions by offering diplomas in ancient languages like Sanskrit, Pali, and Tibetan. However, attempting to construct an academic utopia using modern political machinery creates institutional friction. That friction has led to several high-profile departures. The university saw the resignations of its early chancellors, Nobel laureate Amartya Sen, and Singapore's former foreign minister, George Yeo. Both cited the same core concern for their departures: the erosion of academic autonomy and perceived political interference from the government. This highlights the paradox at the center of the project. While state-level funding makes the resurrection possible, it simultaneously challenges the absolute academic freedom that defined the original Nalanda for 8 centuries. Despite those internal tensions, the timeline culminated in June 2024, when the massive new campus finally became fully operational. Prime Minister Narendra Modi formally inaugurated the facility, an event attended by ambassadors from all 10 ASEAN nations. This chart shows the current academic scale. Out of a total of 1,038 postgraduates admitted, a significant portion, nearly 20%, are international students drawn to the new campus. Beyond the classrooms, the university is executing a plan to legally attach itself to 200 surrounding villages. By intertwining the local village economy with the academic one, the modern institution is deliberately replicating the socioeconomic footprint of its 5th-century predecessor. The university's guiding philosophy is captured in its Sanskrit motto, "Let noble thoughts come to us from all directions." In less than 2 decades, the site has evolved from an 800-year-old pile of ruins into an international research hub. Nalanda 2.0 serves as an exercise in soft power. proof that while great institutions can be physically dismantled by history, a multinational dedication to knowledge can successfully resurrect them centuries later.